especially we are going to use Arduino today. So before I start, I continue. I just want to give a small safety briefing regarding this place or this room. You all feel hot? Okay, okay. And then in case of emergency, you can use the back door, and we also have an extinguisher out there. And I want to do a pre-test before I start with the ice-breaking session and with our modules. I want to start with the pre-test. So it covers about 30 questions, multi-choice questions, and also we have true and false questions there. So I want you all to use your devices, scan the QR and answer the questionnaire. It's just a pre-test, so don't worry about the answers. And it's a 10 minutes test. Everyone can log in, right? Alright, okay, so we'll start the 10 minutes pre-test from now. So all the questions are related with our 4 modules today. Questions related with IoT, sensors, functions, usage of IoT.
are straightforward questions, right? We still have 5 more minutes. Once you finish answering, just leave it alone, wait for the others to complete. We still have 3 more minutes.
check record the success. Okay, class, alright, done. All already, I think all already submit your answers, right? Okay, allow me to continue with the session. Okay, we will continue with ice breaking, since I don't know some of you I know, but most of you, almost 3/4 of the class I don't know any of you. So just introduce yourself, your name, your favorite gadgets or tech. Your favorite gadgets or tech here means whether you have iPhones, or laptops, or iPads, whatever. Then what do you know about IoT? What all this while, what you understand about IoT? Because the term IoT nowadays, I think we are used to listen almost every day. Since you are all in robotic sessions, right, robotic classes, almost every day you are listening about IoT. So what do you know about IoT? And then the last one, what do you expect from this class? So maybe we can start from behind.
Okay, so my name is Manoj Kumar. So my favorite gadget before this is iPhone, but at the moment I'm more interested in this Arduino actually. So I'm very eager to learn this Arduino. So IoT, what I know is stands for Internet of Things. So nowadays are used in a lot of things, lot of the technologies. Example like this Arduino, all these other. You can do many projects using Arduino all for these IoT projects. Okay, so what do you expect? I expect to get some basic knowledge, and not only basic, I think some advanced knowledge like the data sharing all this. So from this course.
Okay, good. From Mr. Manoj. Yes, end of the day, we are doing a lot of IoTs, we are doing a lot of innovations. End of the day, we have to do the data collection and need to analyze. Then only we will get the result. And nowadays, a lot of people, they are like school students, they are doing STEM projects or everything. They are not reaching the full cycle of IoT. They are doing the innovations, but what is the outcome of innovation? So we are encouraging people to complete the whole cycle. But it's a big thing. We involve data science, involve deep learning, machine learning, and also data visualization. Okay, next.
My name is Tina. My favorite gadget would be iPhone. What do I know about IoT? I actually have no idea about IoT, but I have heard of it from my surroundings, so I would like to just gain some knowledge on it. Yeah.
So what do you expect?
Yeah,
Gain
gain more
knowledge.
knowledge
Alright, okay.
and to know what is IoT actually.
Okay, the next.
Hi, my name is Aina. My favorite gadget, any gadget
Thôi là chào
Then what do you know about IoT? IT, right. Okay, related with engineering. Okay. So what do you expect you will get or you will learn from this class
I hope I can get more knowledge.
on IoT? Alright, okay. So next.
Hello, my name is Farah. home for now.
Alright, okay.
So I expect to learn about how to connect Telegram and Arduino together.
Alright, okay. So they are later in our module 3 we learn on that. I think module 4 we learn on that. Okay, next.
My name is Asha. My favorite gadget is my phone. What I know about IoT is actually a good idea. So I'm expecting to learn more.
Okay, it's better to have blind groups rather than people who knows about the knowledge on IoT. So I think I am blessed today because I have almost I can say only one person know about a little bit on IoT. The rest are still blind on IoT. Okay, now I introduce myself. Okay, I'm TS Suresh Islami. My TS stands for Technology Specialist on Agro Technology. And I also have a professional certificate in Big Data Science. And I'm a professional drone pilot. I'm also holding a diploma in B license in football, as well as a IOT-hrdf trainer. And my background, my education background is horticulture science, more on soil microbiology. Maybe you all can ask, from soil microbiology, how come can end up here in the IoT? I love to learn new things, and now I'm continuing my PhD on remote sensing that involve a lot of sensors actually. And then my previous working experience, I start my career at Robank, and then Genting Plantation Research Center as a researcher, and now at Polytechnic I'm lecturing there. And then some of my joint ventures with other companies. And in the next slide, these are some of the research papers that I published on this one from 2014 until the latest is 2024. So almost I have around 11 papers. So about 30% of the papers are related with IoT, and the rest is related more on agriculture and green technology. These are the research paper presentation. We have around 14 of that here. Okay, that's all. Any question? You want to ask any question about me, myself? No. All clear, right? Okay. Before we go into the class, can you just put your phones in silent mode? Okay, we have 4 modules today. Okay, the course learning outcome will cover all these 3 things. The first one, understand the core concept of IoT. What is IoT? And what is microcontrollers? Okay, when we are talking about microcontrollers, actually the microcontrollers, we have 3 things. Microcontroller and board controllers, and also we have our computer. So there are 3 things that we can use in IoT. But for today's class, we are talking about microcontrollers. Then for module 2, we'll cover set up and program Arduino board on Windows. So to set up the Arduino for Windows and Mac OS is different. For today's class, we are focusing on Windows. I already asked your instructors to bring Windows laptops here. So for the module 2, we are going to learn how we want to install the Arduino IDE and to set up basic codings. We are going to learn how to read the basic codings. And then the module in CLO3 or course learning outcome 3, we learn basic Arduino coding and build simple electronic projects. And then the last one is the visualize sensor data using a serial monitor or problem solving. All clear? Okay. The course objective course, whenever you join any courses out there, you need to know what are the objectives of your studies today. Even for your ice-breaking session, the last one is related with your objective, what you're going to learn. So for today's module, we are going to learn, at the end of the session, you will understand what is IoT, the fundamental knowledge on IoT, learn how to use the microcontrollers, so especially Arduino and also ESP32. Commonly, we can find in Malaysia there are three types of microcontrollers: ESP8266, and then ESP32, then we have our Arduino board itself. And then the one, we are going to build a real-time IoT project. Yes, we are going to build the project, a simple project. I think in our module 3 we will have that project. And then the last one is visualize and communicate sensor data. Okay, so module 1, introduction to IoT. So the objective on module 1, you're going to understand the key concept of IoT, how in daily life applications IoT is related with us, and then the last one will be reinforced learning through task. Okay, I already explained a bit on IoT, right? Anyone can explain detail. Just now when you are doing the briefing session, you already mentioned IoT is Internet of Things. So anybody can come up with brief explanation. What is IoT? What is IoT actually? IoT is a short form for Internet of Things. But what is the bigger picture of IoT? Anyone? Nothing is wrong. It's your definition, right? Anyone?
Something like building a smart.
Okay.
Smart.
When we are talking about IoT, yes, the word smart must come there. Anything related, we are talking going towards smart city, smart transportation, smart logistics, in hospitals,
Smart home. Smart home.
smart home. Okay, this is actually Internet of Things or IoT. So the base concept, any device that can be connected via internet. Any device connected via internet and can transfer data. That is IoT. Everyone understand that? If the data transfer, maybe you can ask, if the data transferred via Bluetooth, is it IoT? Yes, it's IoT. As long as the data is transferable and not transferable one point to another point, is transferable and stored in cloud storage, is considered as IoT. So is it cameras now, the digital cameras consider IoT device? Is it considered as IoT device? Yes. Any other devices? Even in this room, you can find a lot of devices.
Laptop, iPad.
Okay, your laptops, your iPads, your LCDs. Now you can connect the Wi-Fi. If there are no Wi-Fi connection, it's not part of IoT. It's already. Technologies are coming up. Even your TV, smart TVs. You have smart TV. It's not so one smart TV. Nice smart TV there. Is part of IoT. And then everyone can drive cars here, right? Or you all travel in highways, right? Your RFID. Your RFID is. I want to go through a question. Is it a new technology or very old technology? RFID.
Malaysia.
Okay, Malaysia news. RFID. When you start heard the term RFID? Okay, in total. Okay, that means recently only, around 2 years back or 3 years back, right? Okay. Before the term IoT comes, before the term IoT, people come up with the term IoT, RFID is already there. RFID is the first IoT device, actually. Was built or developed or innovated in 1997 by the father of IoT. Okay, so Kevin Ashton, he's the father of IoT. The first innovation that he worked in logistics department, I think. Then he come up with the concept of RFID. He innovated the RFID. Then he got the placing in American University. Then he became professor and he owned a lot of companies now. He's a billionaire now. This one, if you see the diagram, start from 1969. So Industrial Revolution 4.0. Industrial Revolution 4.0 start in 1969, where we start using computers, we start sending emails. How we send emails? We need to have network. It's not about Wi-Fi, we need to have network, right? What we are sending? We are sending our data. We are communicating with people without our voice. We are still communicating, but without our voice. But the people, the other side, they still can understand what we are talking, what we are sending, right? Everything is IoT. Until the latest now, we are talking about AI, AR. This diagram until 2020. Now it's already 2025. Any advancement now? And for this device, they're talking about blockchain. Blockchain usually we use in sales and purchase, for landscaping. Sorry, not landscaping, the logistics. So big data, IoT, Internet of Things. So in 2025, now we are in 2025, already 5 years. What are the other IoTs or innovations already here? That related with IoT. No, yes. No, everyone, every devices are with that. If you equip with the latest technology. Yeah.
Siri.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, in 2023, in 2003, we are talking about 3G. 2016, we are talking about 4G. Now, 5G. That is the latest innovation in China. They already start talking about 6G. Okay, there are a lot of key components. When you are referring your internet, you can find a lot of things regarding key components of IoT. Some will say there are 3 key components. Some reference will mention have 7. So I choose here. We have 6 here. These are the key components of IoT. That is, we need to have a device that can connect with network or Wi-Fi. Then we need to have data sensing. Data sensing, we use sensors to capture the data. And then we need to have a communication tool. So for in easy language, I can say for our microcontrollers, we have the Arduino to do the programming. That programming language is the communication tool that we need for our part of our IoT component. Then we need to have our human values. Human values here we are talking about smart applications. And then we go up data values and also data analytics. All these comprised, we will have the full component of IoT, or sometimes we can say this is under the IoT umbrella, under the whole, the 6 components are staying under the umbrella of IoT. Any questions so far? Okay. When we are talking about anything, when we want to start doing something, we need to have our plans. We need to have our diagram, or even when we are going up. Okay, let's say I want to go Kuala Lumpur tomorrow. I need to pre-plan my journey, right? So also same for IoT. They need to have an architecture. So when you're talking about architecture, usually we talk about buildings, right? Or landscapings. They need to have the architecture drawing. So for IoT also, we need to have that architecture drawing. So it involves 4 parts. Okay, here they put 6. Sometimes they will say we have 4 parts. Some go for until 6. The first part is the IoT device. Who control this one? We will call them as engineers. Those who are working in related with IoT device are engineers. And then we will have the IoT message board here. We have AIBS, Azure, Cloud IoT. This is the programs or the softwares that we will use to store our data. And then the third one is the streaming services. These services are paid services. Nothing is free here. Everything is subscribed monthly. So our data, all like like our RFID data, right? Okay, let's take an example of our RFID data. We already have our sensor. The sensor already equipped with GPS. The RFID already equipped with GPS, and also the amount that you are putting in there. Then streaming service. When you travel, how the RFID can detect you are entering, you are exiting, using the streaming services that are provided by the streaming companies. So usually we will use Amazon and also Azure. You can have. And then we will have our Snowflake. Snowflake is the data pool. It's a data pool. Sometimes we call it as those who are from computer backgrounds, you all know. We call that as data pool. Full with data. So it's a storage. This usually we call the cloud storage here. So in Malaysia, very famous one is Azure, AWS. So now Google are coming up with that. Okay.
So even if you are doing an individual project, a small project, if you want to use the streaming service, you need to have the paid version.
Yes, paid versions. But when you are using some like simple innovations, right? You can go with Google. You can go with Google. Just now we do pre-test, right? We do pre-test. The data is collected in the cloud.
Google.
The data transfer, correct? It's part of IoT. But in real life, like okay, for logistics, okay, nowadays, if you go Decathlon, the sports mall, right? Decathlon, everything has RFID. There are no workers, no guards. Why they put the RFID? They detect from the RFID, put it in the factory, not in the store. So they will track from the factory the product travel until reach the store. They will cut the service of the RFID once we pay. Automatically we will cut. This is data monitoring. For logistic purpose, they know. Last time when we are, let's say we send our parcels to post laju or whatever, can we check back the device or whatever we send is reach which area, which now when you buy things from Shopee or Lazada, every minute, every seconds you can check. Where is it? It's already reached Kluang Hub, JB Hub, Mersing Hub. You can check. This is because all the parcels already have the RFID. So this is not only in logistics. We can, but in Malaysia they are lacking on that. We can check on animals, cows. You can put RFID on live animals, cows, and we can detect the track of that animals. We don't need people to monitor all this cows or even wildlife animals like elephants. We can put the RFID on elephants, and we can detect the location of the elephants through satellites. We don't need to send our forest rangers go inside the forest and check where's the location of the animals, whether the animal died or is surviving. We can check through satellites. Now, a little bit on examples of IoT in real life. So it's a class activity, a simple class activity. You can do the activity in pairs. We have to do, right? So we can do activities. Just list down the services that needed IoT. Understand the question?
Yes.
The services that are available now that run through IoT. I already give a lot of examples just now. Okay, just list down about 5 or 6 examples. Even you can see, look at these pictures here. The answers are here actually.